What if I told you that the difference between a backyard that looks like it cost $50,000 and one that actually cost under $200 is literally just the edging? Professional landscapers charge thousands for what I'm about to show you how to do for pennies. I'm about to reveal 10 game-changing DIY garden border techniques that will make your neighbors think you hired the most expensive landscape designer in town. Border idea number 5 is so magical it literally stopped traffic on my street. Hey garden lovers, welcome back to Daily Garden Fix. I'm your host, and today we're diving into professional secrets that create instant luxury curb appeal. Hit subscribe for more money-saving garden content. Let's jump right in with border idea 1. The steel edging illusion. Professional grade for pennies. The steel edging illusion makes your garden beds look professionally installed. The secret? It's not actually steel. Professional steel edging costs $15 to $25 per linear foot installed. I achieve the exact same look for under $3 per foot using aluminum flashing from any home improvement store. Here's the technique. Mark your borderline with spray paint, creating gentle curves. Dig a narrow trench exactly 4 in deep with vertical walls. Install aluminum flashing so exactly 2 inches above ground. This specific height creates perfect visual weight. Work in 10-foot sections overlapping joints and securing with aluminum screws. For curves, make relief cuts every 6 in on the buried portion for smooth bending without kinking. The transformation is immediate. Gardens look organized, intentional, and expensive. Professional installation costs $3,000 to $5,000 for typical backyards. My technique achieves identical results for under $300 total. Border idea number 2, the Stone River technique. Luxury resort vibes. The Stone River technique creates flowing borders that look like luxury resort landscaping. The secret is using 3 sizes of the same stone type: large anchor stones, medium transition stones, and small fillers. Different stone types create chaos. Varying sizes create sophisticated flow. Place large anchor stones irregularly 8 to 12 feet apart, following natural contours. Connect with medium stones, overlap slightly for gentle undulation. Fill gaps with small stones, leaving some gaps intentionally for organic feeling. Excavate a shallow 6 inches wide, 3 inches deep channel for stones to nestling naturally. Plant low ground covers like creeping thyme in strategic gaps for living tapestries. Professional stone borders cost $25 to $50 per linear foot. My technique achieves superior results for $8 to $15 per foot with dramatic luxury impact. Border idea number 4, the living hedge boxes. Instant maturity. Living hedge boxes create the look of established mature landscaping instantly, without waiting years for plants to grow. The secret is using fast-growing plants in constructed hedge boxes that provide immediate structure while plants establish. I build simple wooden frames 12 in wide and 8 in tall. Then fill with quality soil. Plant dense, fast-growing varieties like boxwood, privet, or ornamental grasses. The wooden structure provides immediate visual definition while plants grow to completely hide the framework within 1 season. Here's the pro trick. I stagger box height slightly. Some 8 in, others 10 in, creating gentle undulation that mimics natural established hedging that takes decades to develop. Paint boxes with exterior stain matching house trim for cohesive design. The instant structure makes gardens look mature and expensive immediately, while plants fill in naturally. Traditional hedge planting requires 3 to 5 years for substantial borders. My technique provides immediate impact that improves every season as plants mature and thicken. Professional hedge installation with mature plants costs $30 to $60 per linear foot. My living boxes achieve better results for under $15 per foot. Border idea number 5, the mirror infinity effect. Pure magic. This is the magical border that stops traffic. Mirror infinity borders create impossible illusions that make gardens appear twice their actual size while adding mysterious, enchanting atmosphere. The technique uses strategically placed mirrors to create infinite reflections along border lines. Instead of traditional edging, mirrors reflect garden beauty back on itself, creating depth and mystery that feels truly magical. The installation secret is I mount weather-resistant acrylic mirrors at slight angles along borders, positioning them to reflect the best garden views rather than neighboring properties. Each mirror catches different garden angles, creating kaleidoscope effects that change throughout the day. The spacing is crucial. Mirrors placed every 6 to 8 feet create continuous reflective flow without overwhelming the space. I vary mirror sizes from 12 inches squares to 24 inches rectangles for natural rhythm and visual interest. For safety and durability, I use automotive-grade acrylic mirrors that won't shatter and maintain clarity in all weather. The mounting system uses adjustable brackets that allow seasonal repositioning to capture changing garden displays. The magical effects multiply with lighting. Evening illumination creates infinite sparkles and reflections that transform ordinary gardens into fairy tale wonderlands. Solar LED strips behind mirrors create ethereal backlighting without electrical work. Plant placement enhances the illusion. Colorful flowers and interesting textures near mirrors get doubled and magnified through reflections. Strategic plantings create living art installations that constantly evolve. The psychological effect is incredible. Visitors consistently comment on how spacious and magical the garden feels. Property value impact is substantial as this unique feature creates memorable Kirk appeal that distinguishes homes from typical landscapes. Professional mirror installations cost $60 to $100 per linear foot. My technique achieves superior magical effects for under $20 per foot using readily available materials. Border Idea 6. The Graduated Gravel Streams. Architectural sophistication. Graduated gravel streams create architectural sophistication using different gravel sizes to form flowing borders with incredible visual depth and movement. The technique layers 3 gravel sizes: coarse river rock as base, medium pea gravel for transition, and fine decorative gravel as accent. This creates sophisticated gradation that guides the eye naturally through planned garden journeys. Here's the professional installation method. Excavate channels 18 in wide and 4 in deep with sloped sides. Install landscape fabric. Then layer gravels from coarse to fine, creating natural transitions between sizes. The visual effect mimics expensive Japanese garden techniques where stone gradation creates meditation and movement. Different gravel colors add sophistication. Warm earth tones for traditional settings. Cool grays for contemporary designs. Maintenance is minimal compared to traditional borders. No weeding, no trimming, no replanting, just occasional raking to maintain crisp lines and proper gradation. Professional gravel border installation costs $20 to $35 per linear foot. My graduated technique achieves superior architectural results for $10 to $18 per foot. Border Idea 7. The Floating Timber Borders. Modern minimalism. Floating timber borders create stunning modern minimalism that looks like custom architectural mill work installed by expensive designers. The secret is mounting timber planks so they appear to float above the landscape without visible supports. This creates clean, contemporary lines that define spaces while maintaining visual lightness. I use pressure-treated 2x8 lumber cut to precise lengths, then mount on hidden steel brackets that are completely invisible once installed. The planks appear to hover magically above ground level. The installation technique is crucial. Planks must be perfectly level and consistently spaced for professional results. I use laser levels and string lines to ensure precision that matches expensive architectural installations. Standing timber, with contemporary colors, enhances the modern aesthetic. Charcoal grays, warm browns, or even bold colors create dramatic accent lines that complement house architecture and outdoor furniture. The floating effect works beautifully with LED strip lighting underneath planks for architectural illumination that rivals expensive landscape lighting systems. Solar strips eliminate wiring while providing stunning nighttime drama. Professional timber border installation costs $35 to $55 per linear foot. My floating technique achieves superior modern results for under $18 per foot. Border Idea number 8. The Sunken Brick Pathways. Old World Elegance. Sunken brick pathways create timeless Old World elegance that makes gardens look like they've been established for generations. The kind of sophisticated charm you see at historic estates. The genius technique involves creating recessed brick borders that appear naturally weathered and aged. Instead of raised edging, These borders sit flush with or slightly below ground level, creating subtle definition with maximum sophistication. Here's the professional installation secret. I excavate channels 8 in wide and 6 in deep, then create a sand base that allows bricks to settle naturally over time. This mimics the authentic aged appearance that takes decades to develop naturally. I use reclaimed or tumbled bricks for authentic weathered texture, laying them in traditional patterns like herringbone or running bond. The key is slight irregularity. Perfect alignment screams new construction, while gentle variation suggests centuries of settling. The weathering acceleration technique transforms new installations instantly. I brush bricks with buttermilk solution to encourage moss growth, then apply diluted stain and earth tones for immediate aging effects that look completely natural. For ultimate authenticity, I plant low-growing herbs like thyme between bricks. The living joints soften harsh lines while adding fragrance and seasonal interest that enhances the old-world garden atmosphere. Professional reclaimed brick installation costs $25 to $45 per linear foot. My sunken pathway technique achieves superior aged elegance for $12 to $20 per foot using readily available materials. Border idea number 9, the sculptural steel ribbons. Artistic luxury. Sculptural steel ribbons create flowing artistic borders that look like expensive contemporary sculpture installations. The kind of sophisticated design you see at luxury hotels and high-end commercial landscapes. The technique uses thin steel strips bent into flowing organic curves that seem to dance through the landscape. These aren't rigid straight lines. They're sculptural elements that add movement and artistic sophistication to any garden style. Here's the professional fabrication secret. I use 16-gauge steel strips that are flexible enough to bend by hand, but substantial enough to maintain curves permanently. A simple torch and bending jig create flowing shapes that rival custom metal work costing thousands. The installation is pure art. Steel ribbons are mounted on invisible supports that allow them to appear as floating sculptural elements. Heights vary from 6 in to 24 in, creating dynamic visual rhythm that changes as you move through the space. The finish options are incredible. Raw steel develops gorgeous rust patina naturally. Powder coating provides permanent color options, or heat treatment creates rainbow oxidation effects that are absolutely stunning in changing light. For nighttime drama, LED strip lighting can be integrated directly into the steel ribbons, creating illuminated sculptural borders that transform gardens into artistic wonderlands after dark. The sculptural impact is immediate and dramatic. Visitors consistently comment on the expensive art installation effect. These borders become focal points that anchor entire garden designs while providing sophisticated edging function. Professional sculptural metal work costs $75 to $150 per linear foot. My steel ribbon technique achieves identical artistic impact for under $25 per foot. Border idea number 10, the cascading stone walls. Natural grandeur. Cascading stone walls create natural grandeur that makes gardens look like they're nestled in mountain landscapes. The kind of dramatic stonework you see at luxury mountain resorts and exclusive retreats. The technique builds terrace stone borders that appear naturally weathered and organically integrated into the landscape. These aren't basic retaining walls. They're sculptural stone formations that add dramatic elevation changes and visual interest that make flat gardens appear mountainous. The professional building secret. I use a dry stack technique with carefully selected stones that fit together like natural puzzle pieces. No mortar is needed when stones are properly selected and fitted, creating walls that look like natural geological formations. The key is stone selection and placement. I choose stones with flat surfaces for stability and interesting textures for visual appeal. Each stone is positioned to complement its neighbors while creating natural-looking joints and crevices. For the cascading effect, I build walls at different heights that step down following natural terrain. This creates flowing stone formations that guide water naturally, while adding dramatic elevation changes that make flat gardens appear mountainous. The integration technique is crucial. I plant appropriate alpine and rock garden plants in crevices and étoile bases. These living elements soften stone edges while creating natural transitions between hardscape and planted areas. Professional dry stack stone walls cost $40 to $80 per linear foot, depending on stone type and height. My cascading technique achieves superior natural results for $20 to $35 per foot using locally sourced stone. There you have it. 10 professional border techniques that will transform any ordinary backyard into a landscape that looks like it cost a fortune. From steel edging illusions to magical mirror infinity effects to cascading stone walls that create mountain resort vibes, you now have the secrets that expensive landscape designers use to create luxury curb appeal. The total transformation cost for an average backyard using these techniques under $800. The professional equivalent $25,000 to $40,000. That's not just savings. That's life-changing money that stays in your pocket while your property value soars. I want to see your luxury transformations. Share photos of your expensive-looking borders in the comments and tell me which technique you're most excited to try. Border number 5 consistently gets the most dramatic reactions, but the new sculptural steel ribbons are getting incredible responses, too. If this video opened your eyes to professional landscaping secrets, give it a thumbs up and share with anyone who wants expensive-looking gardens without expensive prices. Your support helps me continue revealing industry secrets that typically cost thousands to learn. Subscribe and hit that notification bell because next week I'm sharing the professional planting techniques that make $50 worth of plants look like $5,000 worth of mature landscaping. These are secrets landscape designers guard carefully. Remember, the difference between ordinary and extraordinary gardens isn't budget, it's knowledge. You now have professional techniques that will make neighbors wonder how you afforded such beautiful landscaping. Until next time, keep growing, keep creating, and keep proving that luxury landscapes are possible on any budget. This is Daily Garden Fix, and I'll see you in the garden. Like, subscribe, and share.